Hello everyone, we're going for the meta review or meta prediction for the next expansion. All the new card for the next expansion has been revealed in the Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, and you can see all the new expansion for the Heir of Omen for Forestcraft, Swordcraft, Rune, Dragon, Abyss, Heaven, Portal, and Neutral. So we're going for the deck prediction and meta prediction for the next expansion for each faction and what will be the meta for that. For now, we're going for the text prediction for the next expansion. For this one, we're going to predict for Forestcraft. Now, Forestcraft have two decks that have been used most by people, which is Roach Forestcraft and then Tempo Forestcraft, which also have Roach in it, but it's very oriented. Now, for the Roach, Eradicating Arrow and Hamlet of Unkilling are very good support for Roach because it's extra ward deleter for Roach, and Bear of Fairy Blades are a very good supporter for Tempo Fairies or Fairy deck in general, which Pistol Swipe maybe not used much, and Great Wood Warrior ain't going to be used much. This may have some use, but Roach and Tempo have better card drawer, so it might be less used. As for the new expansion, it introduced the Unkilling Disciples or the Unkilling Heir, Minions, and the all Unkilling Omen, which are now introducing a new archetype, which is Control Archetype that do minus health to enemy units that come into the boards or enemy units that are on boards. Combined with Cruel, you can also heal yourself, but it's only one, so kinda not too great of a heal, but still a heal. And Izudia have the new Annihilation Onslaught that deals 20 damage if there is Izudia on board, but if there's no Izudia on board, it only deals 6 damage. So the new deck will be the Control deck with Exudia as the main damager, Cruel as the control cards, and also healing card. To me, this is not a good deck for control because most of the deck that introduce next expansion have burn damager, so it's not viable to me. But it could be fun if you are willing to spend your vials to use, but be advised it might lax in your winning condition. So now there's 3 decks: Control, Tempo, and Roach for Forestcraft. Next is Swordcraft. It now introduced a new follower or minion archetype that give you loot to your hand and have someone that deal damage to everyone if you combine differently named cards. Not the same card, differently named. So there's only 4 loot, so you can only deal 4 damage with Sinjiro. And if you manage to super evolve him, that's 8 damage. Plus, if you have Octris, you can deal 12. Since Octris now deal 4 damage split between all enemy, you put down Sinjiro, clear the board, and then use Remnant of Hollowness to deal 12 damage. So this is basically a 6 play point Albert. Ain't that fun? We got a second Albert. That's funny. Funny, funny, funny. Now there's 3 deck now. Aggro Sword, which is having a lot of Storm Sword, and then mid-range, which trying to proc Gildaria and trying to control the board. And then now we have Loot Swordcraft or Aggro Loot. Since I think this is very good with aggro, since you're going to put a lot of little guys at the start, aggro the early game, and then when mid game came, you basically 12 damage enemy with Octris and Sinchiro. So that's really annoying, but good for you, Swords. You got 2 deck that's really strong that deal 12 damage. So be happy. Next up, we're going for the Runecraft expansion, which is sad. Let me be honest, this is sad. It really heavily on Ryo to become their effect to take effect, of course, because it depends in how much cost it is. If it's cost 2, it will not deal them heal you, but if it's cost -2, it's going to heal you. Plus, it doesn't do too much of damage. Like this, you can summon a lot, and then if you put this down, you can increase it by 1. You can engage it as much as you want, but increase its cost by 1. This will be good if they have any storm card. There is no storm card here. Yep, there is no card. I'm guessing if they can change one thing is to change this to storm card instead of rush. So this thing will be very good with Ryo. And again, it's kind of wishy-washy, but for me, the Runecraft expansion is kind of meh. There's no support for a spell boost. Even if you do you want to use this? Probably not, right? It's because you got better option, and it use even evolve for this. This is not going to be used. She's a good draw card, but no spell boost, so not really. This you maybe you put it on your no, it's not good. Okay. Runecraft does not give any support to the new the old archetype. It introduced a new archetype that reduce cost to all your character in the deck. So it's kind of like RAM. So it's kind of like RAM. We got RAM, Runecraft. Oh, we got RAM Runecraft. That's quite funny. This also didn't support anything. So Runecraft stuck with Earth Sigil and Spell Boost for the next expansion. Next is going to be Dragoncraft. It's introducing Masochist Dragon or Board Clearer Dragon because most of these new cards heal. This one is heal, but most of them are Board Clearer. This is Board Clearer, deal 3 damage to enemy. This Board Clearer deals 6 damage to all followers and 3 damage to the leader, and if you manage to save up 4 of Galmix spell, you can deal 10 damage to enemy forward, to the leader, I mean. But of course, it's kind of slow. You got 9 play point, but with all the deal damage to all follower, it's kind of good control tech to get Azurithrids down. So what you guys think? Oh wait, what do you guys think? What I think is this deck is more of a control deck where you put down Galmix to get the crest and 5 and then save up for Azurifit on 9 where you can super evolve him and deal 6 damage to leader and 12 damage to the board, and then with the 4 Galmix spell you can deal 10 damage to enemy, so it's quite good with aggro. Now we have deck for Dragoncraft, which is Ramp Dragoncraft, Storm or Aggro Dragoncraft, and then now we have Aggro Control Dragoncraft, where you at the start you aggro, and then mid range you control the deck, and then in late game you finish up with Azurifit if you manage to make the enemy health to 10 before 9 play point. So that's the 3 new deck type. Alright, next for the Abysscraft, which now introducing the modes archetype, where if you put some Nacha, you can use 2 modes instead of 1. So deal 1 damage and give this 2, uh, deal 3 damage and restore 2, summon you twice, and then give a lot of you, and then this also summon a lot of you and then give them storm, which is control oriented. Now that I think this deal damage to all enemy forward, so it's good for aggro. This deal 3 damage to enemy forward, good for ambush. Also, if you can control the deck, this give you more cards and give you aggro boost because you can give all your allies +1. These are control, these are drawing, and then deal damage, so it's kind of control too. So it's kind of control. How much did I say kinda? So now there's three archetypes. Aggros, Blood Abysscraft, mid-range Abysscraft, and now modes Abysscraft, where you can use all the modes. Do you want to do that? I'm guessing this is good with aggro since you can control the board more, deal damage more, and then have even no, it's mid-range actually. Mid-range, yeah, mid-range. Since you're controlling the boards, that means you can make Rune and then Ginsetsu and even stronger cards. It's a control mid-range. Kinda go this Ethereal Demon Princess are support. This sadly not really good to me in Sense 7, damage 5 and 3, which is not good. Okay. There's no 3 decks, like I said. Aggro, mid-range. I'm guessing this is going to be modes, but I'm leaning toward control mid-range. That is for the Abysscraft. Now let's go to Havencraft, which is a control-oriented burn damager. Since you got Marwyn, Himeka to put Crest, Shining Disenchant on for dealing 4 damage to all enemies split. That means you only deal 4 damage, but it's going to split between all the enemy, but it restore health, so that's good. And then there's Congress of Repose, where if you don't attack, it draw a card for health defense cards. That means it's an infinite Marwyn Himeka Supplicant of Repose and congregants draw. So each time you put this girl down, you get everything that you need. So it's quite consistent, a consistent deck. Temple of Repose give defense to you and barrier to you. Barrier means that enemy cannot hit you with a spell. Wait, wait a second. Wait a second. Temple of Repose? And then what's that maddening beginning that heal 10 defense and then deal 10 defense? Isn't that mean that this is like a support for that? Oh my goodness me! With Blinding Fate also draw T card, deal 3 damage and then heal 3 damage. Oh, ooh, it's a control burn. It's a control burn with maddening Bisoning, I think the name. That heal 10 and then deal 10. This can negate the 10 damage. You just get the heals. You just get the heals. That's insane. Actually, now we have 3 archetypes. Control burn, the new one. Wards are the old one. And then the amulets, which not used a lot, but hey, it's still good, you know. And now this actually really consistent. This girl will give you 4 4 4 everything that you need. You don't need this life, but you can use this for all of this. You can get Himeka, you can get Marwyn, you can get Supplicant of Repose, because this heals you at the end of your turn if no one attacks. This deal 4 damage to enemy if they don't attack. This guy deal 5 damage maximum for each crest that you have. This give crest, this give crest, this give crest, and this give crest, and you get a spell that increases the crest countdown. And the fifth crest will be like, I forgot his name, but the follower that give crest that if you super evolve it's deal 2 damage to all enemy. That means 5 damage each time. So if you got Himeka at 6 turn, you just need to control until 10 turn because you heal and then you deal damage. You heal and then you deal damage. I'm gonna give my opinion after the end. Oh my goodness me. This is insane. I'm just going to tell you, this is really good. Now let's go to Portalcraft, which is a devastating soprano that uh, summon an amulet that has two countdown that heal you and then that can deal one damage. It like loop between the two. First you get the heal and then you get the damage and then you get the heal and then you get the damage and everything is like supporting of that. This destroy a cards which is damage also. This destroy a card which is damage also. This destroy a card and then deal X random to enemy follower, which means all the cards. So it's like amulet puppet combo, you if you will. So it's really good for early burn and then late uh, finisher with Orchis. Yes, you can do that. Or you can just use amulets and just do control amulet if you can do that. But late game you're going to fall short with everyone else actually. So I'm guessing the new archetype is Puppet Amulet or Amulet Pure Amulets or Control Amulet, and then the third one is Artifact. And then there's the neutral. This one give you +4 attack but -4 defense. This is if manifest that are like control, and then if you get to 10-10 play point, you can deal 5 damage to random enemy and your enemy leader. And then what else? What else? This gives storm if you have when an enemy activate in hand when enemy follower super evolve. So if an enemy super evolve, this will get storm. So it's very good actually for aggro. It's really good for aggro. And then Jabbering and Tablet of Tribulation, Greatness Ascendant, this supporting of each other. Major Bane, change your deck to Major Bane deck, and then this can banish all duplicate card from your deck, so it get good for you. Anywho, now that we have looked into all of the each faction new expansion and what the decks will be, I'm going to tell you what I think is going to be the meta. It's Havencraft. It's definitely Havencraft. This give you 5 damage to all enemy. You can see damage split between all enemies actually. Oh no, that's different. I should have read it actually. Split between all enemy. No, that's even worse actually. No, I get it actually. This is not good. The split between all enemy is not good. If deal damage deal damage to all enemy, X damage, that means deal 5 damage to all enemy and then 5 damage to leader. Now I understand now actually. I read it wrong. I thought it's like deal 5 damage or deal X damage to all enemy, not split between all enemy. So it's alright. It's alright. Okay, I didn't read that right. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's alright. It's alright. It's a good balanced damager and then healer. So Heavencraft. Okay, maybe I need to refresh. Swordcraft going to be the same meta but with new halberd. Cannot believe you give Sintiro 8 damage to all enemy, right? Right? Yes, all enemy. Why you give Sintiro to all enemy but Heavencraft split between them, you bastard? And then Optris, so 12. It's like low cost Albert. Guy is a low cost Albert, bro. This guy is a low cost Albert. Echo is going to be even more busted now. Swordcraft going to be the oh my gosh, Swordcraft's the meta again. Okay. Swordcraft going to be the meta. The second one is going to be Havencraft because with Swordcraft like that, Havencraft healing you is just survivable actually. Havencraft, Swordcraft going to be the new meta, and Dragoncraft is also going to be the meta because this guy is 11 defense if you super evolve him. So Albert cannot get through him, but Sinchiro can. So watch out for him. You might need Supplicant of Disdain to heal you. So that's my prediction. Swordcraft going to be the dominant meta, Havencraft going to fight against Swordcraft because this thing heals you and banish you and then give you barrier. So it's a anti-Sinchiro actually. This Sinchiro deal damage, like spell damage, right? That means barrier me negated, right? Barrier reduce. I don't know. Barrier cannot be targeted with spell, but this. I mean, this cannot be targeted. So it's anti-unkilling. Oh, you bastard! Uh, it's anti-unkilling. Okay. That's it. My prediction for the next expansion is going to be Swordcraft. Hands down, it's going to be Swordcraft, bro. Second is Dragoncraft. It's a good aggro. Third one is Havencraft. You can heal. Wait, this much burn, burn, and burn? You might as well use this. It's heal. Anyway, that's all my prediction. If you agree with me, we'll see for the next expansion. I might be wrong, but I'm not looking forward for the next one. Why? Anywho, I hope you get a good laugh of this and have a good insight of what's to expect in the next expansion. Anyway, I see you guys in the next expansion. Goodbye.